I rotted today. I existed as a pile of sludge.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
It
Right?
was not good. It did not feel good.
Oh, does your back hurt from laying down too long?
That wasn't really it. I just kind of
Old man bones.
wandered around like I have early onset dementia or something. Like Joe Biden.
Like how you
Everyone's
walk.
favorite president, Joe Biden.
That's true.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Is everyone recording?
I'm recording. I've been recording. You're getting all of this, Connor. You get to hear me say Joe Biden.
Oh, it'll
Joe
go in.
Biden.
Don't you worry. All right, I'm gonna do the intro.
What? All right.
Well,
Probably best.
I mean, the
You're the one
guest
who knows how to
doesn't
do
know
it.
the intro because the guest hasn't listened to a single episode.
Connor, I said we could listen to it in the car
I
on our way
don't want to
home.
listen
and
to my own voice
Yeah,
while we
you
drive around.
Yeah, you didn't want to, so I was listening because I told you we'll listen to the way home, but you were against that.
It's like you don't even support us. You don't want to watch our content.
I'm subscribed.
That doesn't mean. Are you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's nice of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
That's surprising. Really.
Appreciate it. A little bit, yeah.
Still honored regardless.
All right.
Thank you, Ray. Show some respect to
We
the
do
dead.
appreciate it. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Don't Even Get Me Started, a presentation about slides about stuff.
Podcast about presentations about
You
stuff.
What did
fucked
I
it
say?
up.
Did I fuck it up? What did I
Yeah,
say?
you already fucked it up.
I've had
I'm
a
so
really
proud,
long
Connor.
day.
Oh, well, you can cut it out.
How
A
many- how many-
podcast about presentations about slides. Wait,
No.
fucking hell, man.
Are you doing that on purpose?
No, I'm not. That was genuine. Fuck it, good enough. I'm Connor. Ray and Ethan are here as always. We have a guest. Rebecca, say hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I've been working on my PhD, waiting for this moment to finally be allowed to come. I feel blessed. I'm so excited to let you all hear about magic lore.
Did you
And
make-
this isn't even... It's even half of it. I've cut out so much stuff, and we're at 85 slides.
Oh my god.
Did you make the little wizard boy?
No, I found him in the dungeons.
Ah, okay.
He's picking his nose. He's really cute.
Okay, well,
Alright.
shall we
I
begin?
mean, we
Yeah.
can.
No small talk. We have 85 slides.
No,
you gonna
no, there's
mention-
room for small talks. I'm prepared for questions, and there will be a quiz at the end.
Are you going to mention your comp rank or?
Oh yeah, Comp Diamond. What can I say? I play a lot of Magic: The Gathering.
Best Magic player on the podcast.
She has the credentials
least.
ready.
I keep that thing strapped.
And how long have you been playing it? I ask knowing the answer.
November.
Really? Wow. You've put a lot of people to shame, and I'm proud of you for that.
What can I? Give me a hyper interest that I can max min. As well, I have so much new,
No one can speak
content to
properly
watch.
today. That's so interesting.
It's... There's a
I've
virus.
barely done anything this weekend.
I've been
but-
very busy.
That's
Probably
fair.
shouldn't be recording. I have lots of work to do, but
No,
the
it's okay,
content
Connor.
train
You have
does
so
not
much
stop.
to learn
It's
here.
fine. You have content to do, and also, yeah.
Alright, I'm ready whenever you are, Rebecca, if you've got
Okay,
any
everyone,
preamble.
welcome to a condensed and potentially incorrect history of the Magic the Gathering universe. You may proceed, Connor.
Alright. Yeah, I TA for you,
Okay.
by the way.
We got. This is gonna be our rough timeline. We'll be following throughout. Connor, click the button. First, we got the Elder Dragons. Next, we got Yakmoth. Then, the Brothers' War. Then, the Gatewatch and Bolus. And then, finally, my personal favorite, the March of the Machines.
More of a man versus
Okay.
machine guy myself.
I think Bolus is a brand.
Man
of
versus
penicillin.
oil.
That joke was funny for me and me alone.
No, I get it. It's just not. Well, it's funny for you and you alone, but I at least understand what you're going for.
Carry
Oh
on,
yeah, for the
Connor.
record, audio listeners and video listeners, Rebecca doesn't know anything about how this show works, so we're just winging it. No,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm-
Ethan, Ray, and
That
I,
was
we have
established.
no idea what to expect. Was that on the...
This bitch doesn't support her
I
friends.
did look at other podcasts, like your screen caps, and try to make it semi-similar to the format we had
You've
going
watched
on there.
other podcast.
No, yours. Like,
So you're cheating on us, Rebecca.
no, I watched yours. I looked up the bone one.
You listened to the Bone Wars?
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Damn, that wasn't even the best episode to watch. What
Look,
the hell?
that- Okay, first we have our crash course. We're gonna go over key terms we need to understand what's going on, and even then, I don't think we're gonna fully understand what's going on. Okay,
Nope.
First up, planeswalker. So, someone who can travel between a plane.
That's
Click
just
the
an
button,
airport.
Connor.
Between
Basically.
What's the plan?
Planes are part of the multiverse.
So Doctor Strange is private airport.
Okay, the blind eternities. The blind eternities is the space between things in the multiverse.
That says entireties.
Dude, everything is gonna be spelled incorrectly here. If I think it's right, it's right.
This is magic spelling.
Honestly, as far as I know, that's what eternity spells like.
Entireties.
Eternities. It
I
spells
don't-
like it sounds.
There's no. I don't think. I think you gotta
entireties,
drop
how
that first end here.
Looks.
Look, I proofread this today, and I thought I had everything spelled correctly. Apparently not.
Okay.
Okay, a planeswalker spark is planeswalkers are normal people who, when they get like very traumatized, gain the powers to travel multidimensionally.
So you're telling me that one day soon, I too could travel between dimensions.
You could travel between dimensions, and the thing is, nobody in the normal world knows about them except a select few. So yeah, you could all of a sudden become a planeswalker who like has train alignment.
Train.
Train alignment.
Okay.
Cage to his interest.
Then we have mana. Mana is how we have the magic in the world, and each mana is a different color, which gives us like a different type of power.
All right.
So white is usually aligned with healing magic, blue is knowledge and telekinesis, black is like death and necromancy, red is literally just chaos magic, and then green is like, instinct, nature, interdependence.
Green is
ooh,
willpower.
Green is, yeah, basically.
And it's
Green is goo.
Ryan Reynolds.
Shrek.
Once again, another reference that I understand, but I'm not laughing at.
Thanks, Ethan.
Okay,
I'm here for you, bud.
now that we have a basic understanding, we may begin.
Oh,
Yeah, we have
First, we start with the Elder Dragons.
Those dragons aren't elder; those are babies.
do I have to
Hey.
get the eyes of Ender to get to these guys?
No, they. Well, I'll tell you how they got there.
No,
We get to
silly,
go over their
that's
lore,
the
okay?
Ender drag.
But shh.
He's saying that.
Okay.
Oh,
So we back in.
Oh,
Okay. Carry on, Connor. We got it.
audio listeners,
What are
there's
the
a
Elder
lot of
Dragons?
blood.
I'm so glad you asked. Okay. So, Connor, you may click the button.
Sorry, I'm drinking my tea. Give me a second.
You,
I thought you had some more.
you should have
thought you
given
had
me.
more-
You should have given me the button
I thought you
privileges.
had more preamble.
No. Wait, I got my step-by-steps here. Okay, so Elder Dragons are the oldest creatures in the universe in the Magic the Gathering, other than the Dragon, because the Dragon had their eggs on its wings, and as he flew across the plains, the Elder Dragon eggs fell onto those plains. Isn't he
Ooh.
glorious?
Am I
Okay,
just
and so you're
supposed-
like,
Whenever you
It's the
finish
gay
a
dragon.
sentence, do I just click?
yeah.
Okay. I gotta be locked in for this episode.
now he's.
I
now you've said
made
that
sure
he's
you're
gonna get ahead
pay
of you.
attention. Dude, you can hand over button privileges to me. Okay.
No,
Click
it doesn't
button,
work.
Connor.
It doesn't work. I have to TA.
Okay, who's the
It just
Dragon?
records
Oh,
better
good
this
question.
way.
He's literally just a guy who can travel. He can travel through space and time, and we never hear from him again. Other than giving birth to the dragons, he never appears again for the rest of the lore we need to concern ourselves with.
Fucking deadbeat dad. over here.
Literally. Okay, we're focusing on Dominaria. Dominaria is the main plane we're going to look at. There are 6 relative to that. First is the oldest, Arcane Sabbaths.
That says arcades.
It
Dude.
says arcade.
That's what it's copied off the wiki.
Think they got doodle jump in there?
Oh my god, 6,000 years, part 3.
Is it supposed? Okay.
I forgot the second one was from the last episode. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Am I supposed to
Please
keep going?
carry on.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
He's the oldest, and he focuses on what the humans do. He is just kind of he's blue aligned, so his focus is he wants to control all of the humans with mind control to make them better and himself better.
Sick.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
next up we got Chromium Rule. He's pretty chill. Push the button.
I don't like that it's like
Guy.
immediate. Like
You're going far.
Normally
this
I
is
have a
far
couple of
faster than any like
Dude,
Tolkien
I got a
Connor's
lot
done
to
in his
go
life.
through.
how
And
long
he's
did this
played Cookie
take you?
Clicker.
Like to get all of the transitions up.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I know you
Is
were
that-
supposed to record last week.
No, the week before. 2 weeks ago.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
see,
yeah.
last week I just hadn't started it.
Oh,
I
fair
just
enough.
I had the title and I was like, I'm not getting this done. So I did this mostly on Sunday.
You've put more effort into it than any of us have put into any of our
I
presentations.
didn't come to fuck around. Okay, this is Chromium Rule. He doesn't play a part in any of the wars to come. They also call him the Mutable because he has the power to transform himself into a human with 0 magical ability.
He really is just a guy.
He's literally just a guy. Okay, our third dragon. Palladium Morris. He is big and red and angry.
There's an awful lot of black on that dragon. Doesn't seem very red to me.
You know, excellent point. He's mostly red aligned, so. Well, she. Sorry, like I misspoke. She's red aligned. Okay, next up we have our 5th Elder Dragon. She's just a little baby, Miria Sal.
5th, huh?
She died immediately. She was born and then murdered.
Nice.
Oh, Spike is sad.
Okay.
So-
They share a name because they shared an egg. They are the only twin elder dragons we have, and they get made fun of a lot because of this. That's Bolus. Isn't he so cute and small?
They're very tiny.
Nicole
And then we have
Bolas.
Ugin. Okay. So Ugin and Nicole are the ones we have to focus on the most because they will cause the most problems. When they were born, their sister was born next to them, and then she was immediately murdered, like cold blood, by a group of dragon hunters. So Ugin was like, "No, we can't kill the dragon hunters. They just don't understand us." And Nicole was like, "I'm going to kill the entire planet because my sister, who I had never met, but I know she was my sister, has been killed."
That's
That's
loyalty.
dedication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Real siblings would never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
no,
just
I-
wanted knowledge and peace. Ugin causes a lot of problems, as we're gonna see. So does Nicole. Yeah, vengeance and murder.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Dude, I got a lot to say. Okay. Nicole also got so angry because his siblings made fun of him for being a twin and being small and not having 2 names because all elder dragons have 2 names. So Nicole decided to name himself Nicol Bolas, and that he was going to become the ruler of everything.
It's.
I respect that. that's shooting for the stars.
Yeah,
You
and
gotta-
he will get there. Do not fear.
You gotta give him props for commitment.
Okay, so that begins his reign of terror.
His reign of terror.
Yeah, he's a scary guy.
That's too.
Sure
that's really
does look
wet.
spooky.
He
Okay,
does.
so because he's aligned with blue, that's telekinetic powers, and because he's an elder dragon, that means he has extra strong powers. So he used his powers to take control of, I think it was about half the world.
Cool.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up? Tell me. I got answers.
How do you know he's blue aligned if there's like, what's the indicator that they're aligned to the color even though the card is gold?
So see up the top how there's raindrops, skull, and fire?
Yeah.
Those are the manas needed to cast the card. So
Uh-huh.
by aligning yourself with a certain type of mana, it means you focus on using those manas.
Yes.
So all dragons have some red alignment because of fire, but Nicol Bolas's alignment is usually blue and dark because he focuses on necromancy and mind control.
Okay. And all dragons you said have some red alignment?
Yeah, because they're
Okay.
fire.
Okay. Interesting. I guess that makes sense.
Don't worry. Okay, so
Yes.
on his conquest, Ugin, being the peaceful man he is, tried to stop his brother through calm communication. So Nickel killed him.
It's awesome.
You just
Kane
not
enabled it,
even
man. This-
yeah, didn't even question it. Just like, yeah, you're dead.
Well, so he did try to mind control his brother, but then his brother didn't like that. But Ugin is alive. He didn't actually die.
I read the line and I was like, oh shit, this is like spoilers. I think I clicked too early.
Dude, Becky's on it.
Yeah,
I'm on
I
it.
got it.
you've put more
Okay.
preparation into this than any of us have combined.
I could do this with my eyes closed with no PowerPoints. This is my sleep paralysis demon.
Ugin is sitting on the edge of your bed. He's like, so tell me about
No, we're not even.
about your fears.
Please come, push the button so we may see what's to come. Instead of dying, he became a planeswalker because he was so upset by the fact his brother might kill him. He transported himself to a meditation plane, which is a plane only he can access. It's literally just a tranquil pool.
That goes hard.
So, because Ugu was so upset about his brother, he just didn't come back. He just went around the multiverse just enjoying his time because he was like, my brother, I cannot stand him. He is so mean.
What a fucking bitch.
Gotta
He loves
respect
mom's
it.
favorites.
Just deciding to just chill.
Yeah, he's just a chill guy.
This entire universe. This is just
You can leave.
where I hang out.
Hit
Yeah.
the bricks.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, Ugin does come back, which causes lots of problems, because he thinks it's for the greater good. We'll learn throughout this that Ugin, he causes problems. The Elder Dragon War is Bolas's war. So it comes to the end when he's clashing with his brother Arcade, because they're like the last two remaining powers, because I'm pretty sure he kills the Mutable, as well as killing Polydorus. So when he's about to kill his brother, he gets power because he mind controls his brother's whole army. Ugin decides he doesn't actually want another brother to die, so he appears as like, I'm alive! Basically, everything you've worked for is worth nothing. Yeah, so Ugin tells Bolas about the multiverse and how everything is so much bigger than this, and that control of Dominaria actually means nothing, so like he just needs to like relax and learn to enjoy life.
Just chill. Life is an
So telling a tyrannical lord that there are more things he can't control does not in fact make him calm down, but made him so mad that it ignited Bolas's own planeswalker spark, leading him to have access to the whole multiverse to try and conquer now.
Oh, sick.
Do you have
Hell yeah.
speaker notes on your end, or are you literally just going?
I have no notes, I'm just going.
That is impressive.
I am
Okay.
very impressed.
Yawgmoth.
Bolas has disappeared into the multiverse.
Where did you-
Dominaria is at peace.
Where did you
So
get all
comes
these
forth-
backgrounds?
Yawgmoth.
It's from Yawgmoth.
This is from
You gave it to him.
Yawgmoth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yawgmoth is from Thran, the capital of Hyacinth something?
No, he asked you where you got the backgrounds from, and you ignored him and continued your
Your
presentation.
presentation theme.
It was sick.
Oh, Slide Go.
Thank you, Slide Go,
Ah.
for sponsoring this episode.
Sponsor, yeah.
This
Get us money,
episode's
please.
Sponsored by.
This episode is not actually sponsored.
We're not. We're
It's
not
not-
sponsored.
We're actually sponsored now? No.
I'd sponsor you. I'll give you all a nickel next time I see you. Okay.
Damn, okay.
Okay, Yawgmoth. As we saw on the last card, he was completely black. But he was originally a healer, a politician, loved by Thran. But so he started experimenting on people after he watched his entire family get killed in one of the wars and decided he needed to seek perfection and like lack of death, immortality.
Wouldn't we all?
So he started experimenting on living people by literally just giving them plagues and seeing if he could heal them. So he got exiled from the Thran capital, and so instead of killing him like they should have, he got to terrorize the rest of Dominaria for 5 years.
Well,
Okay, these are my favorite plagues he causes over the next 5 years, because he does a lot. First plague.
Thought creepy mold was the first play. Sorry.
Nope. First plague is the black cough. So the black cough is literally just he gives them like whooping cough and ends the entire dwarven race in like one section of Dominaria.
Oh.
freaking weak.
Next, the
Cool.
creeping mold in the elven forest. He turned it into a mold that will only eat elves and like just leaves them as bones, and like is just incredibly painful. So he kidnapped all the elf healers so that they couldn't help any elves, and the elves just had to suffer. He held them for a really high ransom, and so then the elves did pay it, but
Well, the elves deserve it for being
Not
elves.
fast enough.
And
Yeah.
pointy-eared tree huggers. Should have
Pointy-eared tree
been a
huggers.
better fantasy race.
This post made
the
by
elves
Dwarf
paid, and
Gang.
he returned the healers' bodies, just dead, and then gave them sweet tea.
So
it's all better.
Have some tea.
Yeah. And the final one is the White Plague, which is just another plague. Not important. Only 5 years in exile? He sucks so much. The reason they let him come back is because the king Glaceon, he was sick. So
It's my
because
favorite
no one
Glaceon.
else, yeah, the Pokemon. Because no one else was able to help him, they're like, well, we gotta get the crazy guy back. He seems to know what to do. And he did. He did know what to do.
Also,
Wait.
Rebecca,
I'm putting
Yes, what's up?
it's you. It's you.
Oh, yeah.
putting my
Rebecca,
tea
you're
back
the
down.
architect.
Rebecca makes lots of very bad decisions, like inviting Yawgmoth back.
So essentially, just do it. Okay.
Yeah, like making a podcast with slides.
Hey, this was a good idea.
Are you sure?
Yes,
We're only 20 minutes in. It could go downhill from here.
that's true.
Lots of time.
Okay, so Yawgmoth is good guy? Lies. Nope, not a good guy. Never a good guy. So he finds out that the reason Glacian is sick is because the power crystals are actually what's been poisoning people, and they knew this for a long time because they have the Untouchables which live in the caves of Helios.
I do like the
You
art on that
need
card.
these
That's
power
pretty
crystals.
cool.
That's what restraining orders do. Makes you
So
untouchable.
now that he saved the king, he's going to start a civil war.
Is Captain
So,
America
like I said-
going to be there?
The Untouchables are infected with Power Stone sickness, and it's contagious. It's called Phyrexis, but and so he sends his main man Gix, who we never learn how him and Gix
Say
became
Gex.
friends. But he's incredibly loyal. He will do anything.
Okay.
So Gix goes down to the Untouchables caves and it's like, Yawgmoth could heal you, but the Rebecca won't let them. So they lead a charge where the Untouchables like swarm the city and kill thousands. But then Yawgmoth is like, don't worry guys, I saved us. And they're like, oh my god, Yawgmoth, you totally did. You're so
You
great.
saved us. Yay.
Yeah. He then continued to secretly kidnap people and kill and torture them.
You've done it. You've saved the city. I wouldn't say saved. More like under new management.
Oh yeah, definitely under new management.
Did you watch the new Megamind yet?
I will not
Is
watch
it
the
out?
new. It's out. Yes.
It's out?
I will not watch the
don't-
new Megamind.
I don't think I want to.
See, Rebecca, you don't know this, but the Megamind 2 is actually a reoccurring trend on this show.
Is it?
You'd know that if you were to listen.
We talked
Hey,
about
Ray
it
doesn't
in
know
one
about it,
other
but they're always
episode.
here.
We talked about it for like
Yeah.
5 minutes in one episode. It's not that big. a deal.
I watched the trailer and it was bad.
I heard Kung Fu Panda 4 was bad.
I would not.
I'm sure
honestly am
that's
not
true.
surprised.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
It's not great either. I'm very disappointed. I haven't seen it yet though. So
I
The
feel
third
like that
one was
kind of
bad. I don't know what they
unnecessary.
expected. No, it's just a money grab.
Yeah, like why did they do that? There's no point. Just
point.
just give up. Just give up. That's what
It's
what
not
we
a
say.
give up. Things are allowed to end.
Yeah, just let it
Can
end. Yeah.
Let it
You're right.
die. It can
Let it
die.
die. Let it die.
Slash
Die,
live
let it
forever.
shrivel up and die.
Oh
Dude,
no, we're
what-
gonna get Connor copyright.
when are we gonna get
We
a
need
second
a-
Lorax movie? That's what
Damn,
I.
you're so right. Where's the Lorax sequel? That's what we need.
No, don't tamper with perfection, okay?
We're not tampering
be.
with it. We're just making more of it.
We're
No,
making it
don't
better.
play with perfection.
I can make more
Your
memes
grubby
about
fingers off it.
Liam
So,
looking like
they-
O'Hare.
They did give him lots of power. He is now chief health inspector.
Hell yeah.
What a transition.
Okay, this is his son. We never talk about him again or how he got there. But Yawgmoth was still not happy, even though he has all the money he could want, all the power he could want, has unlimited access to experiments. He still feels like there are more. there could be more, which is true. There is more, and there could be a world perfect, which is where we meet Dyfred, who there's no pictures of her because she only appears in the novels.
There's
and
novels?
They start
There's
yes,
books.
I didn't know that.
There's art. There's everything, man.
So everyone at
It's-
Thran is still
it's
kind of
horrifying.
suspicious of Yawgmoth. So when Dyfred and him are talking about finding places of perfection, everyone's like, do not help him. Do not help him. She does not listen, shows him the multiverse, and allows him to plane walk until they find a plane that is perfect like he wants.
I'm trying to think of
So,
any,
like-
actual plane so I could make a reference to be like, perfect plane.
Headed to the
But-
Boeing
No.
300.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry,
realize
you
I
had to
don't know
bleep the name.
anything about
Fun
planes.
fact, Boeing, there was a whistleblower engineer that came forward with like a bunch of like, oh, Boeing's going through a bunch of like safety scandals and everything. And like last night or yesterday, as in the middle of giving these like testimonies to a court, last night this guy was found dead in his own truck. So yeah, Boeing's killed like a guy almost certainly.
Oh.
That's all I'm thinking about involving planes right
That
now. But yeah,
sounds
you got, I don't know,
great.
737, 747, A320.
373 Pizza 73.
If you throw
that's a
one hard
timely
enough, that
reference
could
after
be
you
an
just-
aerodynamic vehicle.
It's just a man who died.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's fine. People die all the time.
Okay, so they finally find the plane where there is no sickness, there's no death, everything is full of life because it's a combination of black glistening oil, nature, and steel.
Sounds like heaven. Oil and
Yeah.
steel.
So Yawgmoth is like, oh my god, oil and steel, I love it so much. I have to meet who made this. Dyfred says, oops, sorry, they're dead. So that's what the Spread the Cygnus card is that's the planeswalker who created Pyrexia but is now dead. Still not listening to anyone when Yawgmoth is like, let's perform the Dark Ritual, which is not expanded on beyond it being called the Dark Ritual, to
That's why we gotta
merge
be good
his,
things.
to merge his soul with the plane to make him the leader of Glistening Oil. Everyone tells Dyfred to stop helping Yawgmoth. She does not listen and merges him with Pyrexia.
I do not like the words controller of the glistening oil. I do not like those words in that order.
That's what they called me back in college.
Okay, and so now that they've merged him with this plane, they decide to make a permanent portal between Pyrexia and Dominaria in the caves of Kalos, and they don't tell anybody. Even though
Dominaria?
Dyfred keeps being told to not help this man, she helps him make a secret portal to his personal land of power and immortality.
Secret.
It can't go wrong. It goes wrong. It goes really wrong.
Can't get worse. Yawgmoth gets worse.
It gets
You can
worse.
hear the
Gets
It's Always
worse.
Sunny theme.
So this is, while someone is being transformed into a Pyrexian, it's called the completion process because when they're complete, their perfect form of glistening oil, metal, and flesh, right? So this is Gik's start of his glistening oil form. So he starts to go basically crazy, right? Instead of Gix now bringing people to his lab to experiment, he's bringing them to the mysterious portal that no one notices to experiment on.
He looks
Turn a
normal
blind
to
eye.
me.
Okay, so this next thing, because people have like really long lifespans in Magic the Gathering, it happens over like 100 years, right? To the point where Gix is able to make a full-fledged religion completely about this man, as well as
You
they've
make a
put so
religion
many
out of this.
people into Pyrexia that they have a massive army. And so now he's like, okay, I need another civil war. I was bored with my last one.
Understandable.
Is
Yeah.
that word supposed to say abomination or ambitions?
Connor, you're reading too hard.
Sauce goes batshit.
What word is that supposed to be?
Shoddy.
Shiny. Wait, where?
I spelled it with my soul.
The fuck does it say shoddy?
Connor, these slides are not meant to be read. They're for me to speak over.
All right.
Okay,
Well, it
here are
was
some examples
abomination, I
of
was
the
right.
abominations. These are Yawgmoth's perfect creatures.
Abominations are what I used to call my bionicle mocks when I was a child because it was just slap parts together.
Nice.
Okay, where are the king and queen? What are they doing? What's going on? That's connected to how the portal opened. Power stones are basically just like giant mana crystals. So when Dyfred made the portal, she cracked Power Stone, which created a Might Stone and a Weak Stone. And in order to close the portal, you would have to recombine the crystals, right? So Yawgmoth is like, oh no, can't be having that. So he hides them inside Glacian's body, and he doesn't realize.
Just
Just jam that in there.
Literally.
just let me see this baby for a second. Okay, I'm done.
Well, they're about the size of like 2 walnuts.
That's like
I feel like you could hide a walnut in a human body and like get away with it.
But where did he hide it
Right.
in him?
No, we don't get to know. We just know it was hidden in him. So,
Have you guys? Oh, sorry.
oh no, go please.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen Victorious, the episode where Robbie goes to the hospital because he finds out that a toy that he put inside of his body, I think it was up his butt, was like inside of his body, and then they had to like take it out like 12 years later. But
What a
they
weird
had to-
show.
It's a very strange show, but that's what this reminds me of. So, but yeah, anything's possible. You can probably fit it in there without it moving.
I'm thinking of
Okay.
a much higher IQ piece of media, Rick and Morty.
Touche.
Okay, but so just finish that slide. The only reason they find out about the portal is because the stones give Glacian knowledge before he has to get killed by his wife. Now Yawgmoth is a cloud. Like, he actually becomes a cloud because his body is too inside of Dominaria. Now we get to know about the Null Sphere. Never before this had the Null Sphere been mentioned. The Null Sphere is a nuke.
Oh.
It is a nuke.
Hot stuff.
Straight, no fancy business. So to stop Yawgmoth, Rebecca decides to nuke the entirety of her continent.
Do
Mutually
you ever get
assured
confused whenever you say
destruction.
Rebecca?
No, I don't worry. She dies.
Unfortunately for him, he did not consider the null sphere.
He
Classic
did not consider
rookie
the Null
mistake.
Sphere. The nuke makes all of the Pyrexians and Yawgmoth's cloud retreat back into Pyrexia, and Yawgmoth, because he's egotistical, was like, haha, they have no weapons now. I will win. But then Rebecca combines the Might and Weak Stone over top of the portal, killing herself, but closing the portal to Pyrexia permanently.
Is her name
Aw.
Rebecca or is it Rebecca?
Rebecca.
Okay, you kept saying Rebecca.
Dude, I'm trying here.
Freudian slip.
Hey, leave them alone. They know what they're doing.
We're on to our next section. A Brother's War. We have Urza and Misha. They are the important ones to our story at this point. After we seal Pyrexia, because Thran nuked itself, nobody
one
knows
does.
anything about them. Sorry?
As one
It
does.
happens.
As one does. You gotta nuke yourself sometimes. This will not be the first nor last time a nuke goes off in this lore, but... So 5,000 years later, they're digging up this new society. It's like, oh my god, they're so ancient, they're so cool. The caves of Kulos, nothing could be in here. Oh, what is this weird rock? Let's rip it in half. And then not notice the giant portal open behind us. Yeah, so we have the Might and Weak Stone again.
Oh no, never mind. Thought I went
oh.
too far. Nope, we're
No,
good.
you're good. Okay, yeah, so we have the Might and Weak Stone. One goes to each brother. The Might Stone goes to Urza, and the Weak Stone goes to Misha. The Might Stone helps you create artifacts and, like, give life, while the Weak Stone disables them and, like, lets you take control of them.
Misha the YouTuber.
Misha Collins?
Sorry, Mishra.
I only know who that is because that was Ethan's profile picture for a while. He made me learn that by choice or by force. I
Wait,
didn't
who?
know.
Oh.
Is that what you're in that one
You
server
remember?
that we
You
were all in?
remember that one kid, like
The blonde one.
2016 or 15, made the video where he's like really small and has massive buck teeth and is singing I play Pokemon Go every day.
No,
You don't
don't.
know I played Pokemon Go every day?
I don't.
I forget how much of a rock you live under, Ray. Do you know Harambe at least? I saw a TikTok of
I
someone
know.
who didn't know Harambe.
I know Harambe. Don't insult me.
No, I saw
know.
TikToks today of someone who didn't, and I was like, "Are you?"
Was
for
it
real?"
from the Smosh cast? Because I saw it Amanda
Yes.
from the Smosh. Yeah. I was like, and she like mourned Harambe, and we're like,
Yeah.
hey, you're going through the same thing we did like 8 years ago.
Oh my god, I saw
Or
this
7
thing
years
on
earlier.
TikTok.
Girl, my goodness.
Okay, corruption and betrayal.
That guy just looks like an elite. Like from Halo.
I've never
What?
played this alleged
It
game.
kind of does, yeah.
Because the stones open up, as also them being from Pyrexia, they're just inherently evil themselves. So because the portal's now open, Gix, fully completed, so he's like extra powerful, comes through the portal to restart his religious propaganda 5,000 years later. This time he only takes him like 10 years, and he's got a full army going, and he gets to the point where he can complete Misha, because Misha's just like, nah, this Gix, this strange looking fellow is absolutely on my side and not evil at all.
He doesn't look evil. Look, he's caressing that man's forehead.
It looks like he's holding like Mysterio's head. I might be looking at it really weirdly. I've been watching a lot of Spider-Man 2 playthroughs recently. So, sorry, Connor. Spoilers.
I know he's in it. I haven't played the game, but
Spoilers. Too many.
Okay, so now we're at the end of the war. Misha and Urza have just been like sending artifacts at each other and like wars. They've never actually interacted. So when they finally reunite with each other, Urza's like, "Oh my god, we never actually hated each other. It was because the evil was corrupting us." And then he realizes that the Pyrexians came from the portal that he opened to an ancient evil, but then kind of forgot about and never addressed over the entirety of the war.
And now they're lovers.
Well, he actually
And then
decides
they
instead to
kiss.
blow up his brother with sadness.
Damn it. Damn
Setting
it.
off
Kiss.
another nuke, killing everyone around him except him, which makes him so sad it ignites his planeswalker spark. And in doing so, it gives him the Might Stones as eyes instead. And then, as he's doing this, he sees a guy in the back whose name is Terrafi.
Terrafi?
Terrafi will come into play 10,000 years from now.
It's pretty old.
Okay. Misha is dead. This is so sad. Urza says he cares. I don't actually believe him. So he decides that he's going to kill Gix and put an end to all of Pyrexia because he is so mad. But how will he do such a thing? So that's where we have Xantia. She's a sleeper agent. Sleeper agents are people who have been completely completed but don't know they have, so they still think they're people so that the Pyrexians can engage their completion and make them work for them at any time. Xantia is different because she knows she's a sleeper agent, and she's not going to get corrupted because her and Urza love each other so much and will make a machine with their love that will destroy Pyrexia.
That's some baby.
Isn't a Xantia the thing I click when I open a form and it says click this to see that you're not a robot?
She
No,
is a
that's-
robot by definition.
I was gonna try to make a Xanax joke, but
The plan goes wrong. Because he actually, in all of his time, didn't learn anything about Pyrexia. He just decided he would brute force them. That it's not going to work. So the way Pyrexia works is it's like an onion. There are different
Or an
layers
ogre.
of power.
Uh-huh.
The bottom layer
Or
is
parfait.
the ninth sphere is where Yawgmoth lives, and
Everyone
to
loves
destroy this plane,
parfait.
you have to destroy the ninth sphere, right? He gets about 4 spheres down before his mind
is
gets invaded
unfazed by
to
bits.
make him want to be completed,
I
so
laughed
he
on your
flees
word.
going crazy. In doing so, because Yawgmoth already invaded his mind, it gives Yawgmoth the power to planeswalk and follows Urza across the multiverse for hundreds of years, destroying multiple planes as he goes.
That's a lot of Oh, did they hit the second tower? I'm so sorry.
Perfect.
I was like,
Oh god.
I started a joke and I was like, no, I have a better one.
You're gonna get the podcast canceled.
They should have canceled it like a few episodes back.
For what?
Yeah. Just because I don't
Yeah.
want it.
That's fair.
I think there's some things we said, but it's okay. First one being Connor thinking he can beat the women's basketball team.
Okay,
Los
so
Angeles
that one
over
is
here.
funny.
I could beat
that
them.
one's
It was pretty
that's funny.
They're just bad. I am simply stronger.
He's better. He's built Ford tough. Or sorry, Kia strong.
That's slander, Rebecca.
It is slander. I won't deny
And I will
it.
stand. I will stand for that.
Okay, so Urza learns, he's like, okay, that didn't work out very well. I am instead going to start the Bloodline Project. Do any of you guess? Can you guess what the Bloodline Project would consist of?
It's doing
Incest.
eugenics.
It's eugenics. Good job. It is literally just eugenics.
The first place you went, Ray.
What do you mean?
You didn't even hesitate. You were just incest.
Yeah.
That's gotta be it. There's
As soon as
nothing
as
else.
you said bloodline, I was like, well, you know,
Somewhat.
the Targaryens, they want to keep in the blood.
That is true.
No, you got Final Fantasy on the mind or whatever it is. What's
Kingdom
that
Hearts?
one? The one where they beat the shit out of each other. What is it?
What
I did an
Is it
episode
Fire
about
Emblem?
it. Fire
Oh,
Emblem,
Fire
that's
Emblem?
the one. I
There's-
don't know. I don't respect
There's
anime.
it's not anime, but okay. There is some incest in those games, but we don't talk about that game.
Really?
You
Is
can
it,
date like
what's a
you can date
game
eight
without
si-
a little incest?
that's true. You can date 8 of your siblings and one of your cousins if you truly wanted to.
8 of Is there any sibling that's off limits?
Gotta do it
No, they're
simultaneously,
all
or
yours.
just is it one or the other?
So you can only marry one of them, but each of them, so 4 of them
Sibling
are supposed to
harem.
be your blood siblings, and 4 of them are supposed to be your adopted siblings. But then they excuse it by saying your blood siblings are actually not your blood siblings. They just have it. Like we thought it was same mom, different dad situation, but apparently it's just the mom came with the main character, and there's like, I'm your mom now, and they're like, wow. But then they're like, you're blood siblings, and it's like,
Oh, they
still
pulled
not
the
good. We
Mortal
don't-
Instruments on them.
Yeah, you don't figure that out until after you actually marry them, though, is the thing, because you have to like commit to it.
Committed to
And
the
then in
bit.
that, you have to commit to the bit, and then they're like, by the way, we're not actually blood related, and you're like, I already made a mistake when we first started this, so like, it's fine. I'm done my Fire Emblem
Okay.
rant. My apologies for interrupting. What? I'm sorry. Ethan started.
Every anime game can have a little bit of incest as a treat.
As a
No.
treat.
As like a tester, a flavor.
Just dip your toe in.
Sample it.
If.
I hate that.
Incest.
We've
It's
got
like
the
the Folgers
Bloodline
commercials all
Project.
over again.
First in the Bloodline Project is Karn. Karn is the metal man made out
Transformers.
of the soul of
That's
Xanquia,
Karn.
who,
That's not
spoiler
Karn.
alert, died when Urza went nuclear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So the Bloodline Project is basically Urza wants to make a super soldier strong enough to defeat Yawgmoth, and that creature would be a weapon called the Legacy.
Every culture dabbles in just a little bit of eugenics.
Just a little bit of
Just a
eugenics.
touch.
We're skipping over the multiple times the project fails, but then eventually we get Gerard, the perfect human.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Why does it give me Gale vibes from BG3?
So
Pretty
Gale,
but unlikable. Sorry, it didn't.
Gerard is the final rendition of the Bloodline Project. He had a whole family, but they were murdered, and so he instead got to be raised by Karn, the Metal Man, who's a very loving pacifist. Karn has never killed somebody. When he's of age, he becomes the captain of the warship, and he falls in love with this girl, Hannah, who's also on the warship. She's peaceful. She's only fighting the war because she wants to be able, like, a calm, peaceful life, and she, like, sympathizes with their trauma, and they bond over that, and they're, like, very in love.
Navigating a man of your
Cute.
talents. It's a peaceful life.
Okay, now we have Urza and the 9 Titans. We don't care about who the 9 Titans are. They're just 9 other Planeswalker, and the Titans are suits he makes out of it, right? And so they decide, while Gerard is fighting on the outside, Urza's gonna go back into Pyrexia, and he's gonna take on Yawgmoth, right? I don't understand how this happens, but he doesn't remember that last time he went in there, he almost lost his mind and got corrupted and killed. So when the rest of the Planeswalkers go into Pyrexia, they all get corrupted and kill each other, because that's what happened the first time, but he just forgot.
This time it might be different.
Literally, that's genuinely what he thought. He put on a bigger suit of armor, was like, I got this time.
If I
This is
beat
good.
my head into the brick wall for long enough, eventually it'll break. If I punch the diamond wall for like 4
I was gonna say,
billion
Doctor
years, it'll break.
I didn't know how to
patient.
reference it because I only know like the visual of that episode. because you showed
Connor,
it to me.
There's Doctor Who magic cards.
Oh, I was gonna make that reference later. Just
Don't they have Lord of the Rings ones too?
They have Lord of the Rings, and they just came out with Fallout
Stop
ones.
taking my jokes. I
cool.
was gonna reference these later.
I'm gonna put the.
Too slow, bitch.
Can't wait for the Fortnite cards.
Oh, I would buy the fort. Ray, how much do you think the Fallout booster packs are going for? Like a pack of cards?
Probably about like a pack. How many are in a pack?
$1,000,000.
Like standard Pokemon card amount.
Probably like 40, 50.
$450.
Damn. So combine the two that I had. Add a 0.
Yeah.
450. Perfect.
The Fallout cards are going whack now. So off topic. We're not at that point in the lore yet. Although I don't even think that counts in the canon.
I'm curious how that works.
Okay. So, while Urza is getting corrupted, Gerard is doing his best. He is winning the battle. He is flying his airships, right? Everything is going good. It's not great, but it's going good. They think they're winning. Unfortunately, his dear Hannah is murdered in front of him and then dragged into Pyrexia.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't really go well, so he, like, follows in after her, and because he's so heartbroken, Yawgmoth corrupts his mind by saying, he will bring Hannah back to him, right?
That's so Anakin Skywalker's plot.
Yeah. I don't wonder... It is kind of. But yeah, that's how the corruption works, is they, like, give you something you want so desperately that you're willing to do anything for it. So Gerard is willing to do anything for Hannah.
What a simp.
Not something the Jedi
simp.
would tell you.
Simp.
Takes us to the Pyrexian arena, because Yawgmoth is like, well, if you want me to help you, first you gotta prove to me you're loyal. So by proving the loyalty, Urza and Gerard have to fight to prove who's gonna win. Because Urza is an old man and has no planeswalker powers since he was put into Pyrexia, Gerard just decapitates him.
Based Gerard?
Okay.
Doesn't that also happen in Star Wars?
Does it happen in Star Wars?
Jango Fett?
Yeah, that does. He does get beheaded. I mean, lots of people get killed just without hesitation, but not like on like the level of like these cosmic gods. But
might as well be. That's what they feel like.
How did you get in, Jake? So
Okay.
My cat has arrived.
Next, in the card art of Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, the little white thing in the center, that is Hannah's new body that Yawgmoth has made for her to give to Gerard. So when he sees this gross Hannah, because the Pyrexians, when we get to my baby girl El Schnorn, they're a little funky looking. He realizes that it was all a lie, and so he stabs fake Hannah and runs outside to finish what he started. Something I didn't add here about that is Yawgmoth put his consciousness in Hannah so that Gerard wouldn't kill him, but it again completely backfired because Gerard immediately killed the new Hannah.
I hope the comments of this video are just Magic the Gathering nerds yelling at you for your pronunciations. Now, I don't know how to actually pronounce any of these words, so they might be right, but I really hope it's just nerds. Just being like.
But from the one interaction where I encouraged Rebecca to say a variety of dinosaur names just to piss Connor off.
Can I come back on the podcast where you just make me read dinosaur names?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Make him suffer. He deserves it. Because not only are you going to have to come on, read a whole bunch of dinosaur names incorrectly while me and Ray hoot and holler about it, you will also have to force this man to edit the same conversation and listen to it a second time.
You can't cut a whole episode, Connor.
Didn't think about that.
Okay. What is the legacy weapon? The legacy weapon, when Gerard goes back to Karn, who was very worried because Karn is Gerard's father, basically, he gives him Urza's head, which concerns him a little bit, but I have keys instead of eyes there, but he uses Urza's eyes from the Might and Power Stone to merge with Karn, making himself a bomb. here we have our like 4th nuke.
I'm the bomb, baby.
How did you confuse keys with eyes?
My mango.
I spelled it wrong. Look at how I
is to
spelled
blow
legacy
up.
that I
Blow
didn't
up,
catch.
and then act like I don't know
E-L
about
gay.
it.
Legay.
Legay. He becomes a leg
Legus.
weapon and just blows up Dominaria, basically. Anything that Yawgmoth had touched, destroyed, completely obliterated. Thus, the end of Phyrexia. What's Bolus been up to?
This is an
Back to the main
interesting slide.
program. I would get down with this kind of TV program.
we in this saga we get to finally meet the main character of Magic. I know they say Magic doesn't have a main character, but Jace is the main character. Okay. We don't see, while all of this Dominaria stuff is happening, like the Pyrexians, right? So about 6,000 years, Bolus is just off having a great time destroying planes, killing people, corrupt. The boy's badass. just killing people. Something we're not going to address here is the mending, in which planeswalkers were like uber powerful, but then the mending happened, which like dialed back their power. To go into all of that would take far too long. So all you have to know, mending happened, they got less powerful, still uber powerful, right? Ugin once again is like, oh, my brother is so strong. I don't like that. So he finds another planeswalker named Azor, and they create a plan to trap Bolas with a mechanism called the Immortal Sun that leaves him like weak enough to kill, and he has no planeswalker powers, right? It's a great plan. They just gotta lure him to where it is.
All
So the plan
suns are
is
immortal. Ours is never gonna burn out.
the plan is Ugin draws Bolus to the plane where Azor is. They trap him and then they kill him, right? And Ugin is like, this plan will work flawlessly because my brother hates me. But Bolus is psychic, so he read Ugin's mind and knew he had a plan to kill him.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
Bolus just kills Ugin before they move any planes during their fight. Like, just straight up kills him. And then Azor, he's sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I like.
Now he gets... Bolus gets an egg.
Egg.
It's
It's
not
like
a trans
a-
thing, Ethan.
There's Pokemon and various other things with eggs.
Okay, so now
Egg.
Ugin is actually dead. And when he died, all that was left of Ugin's body was a golden egg, which we see in between Bolus's horns, and he wears the egg to remember that he killed his brother and that he won.
Just in case he forgets.
A little trophy.
Egg.
A little trophy. So him and Tezzeret are now working to gain power. We'll touch on Tezzeret in a moment.
Egg.
Who is Tezzeret?
That really was a moment.
Moment record 1 second.
So Tezzeret is a blue-aligned planeswalker who likes to work with artifacts. Originally, he did not want to work with Bolus, but he also loves power and hates people and loves being mean. So when Bolus was like, do you want to kill a lot of people with me and get really powerful? He was like, absolutely, that sounds great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because he's an artifactor, yeah, he's partially made of metal. He's a metal man. He's your little bionicle, Connor.
I love bionicles. Wasn't expecting
Oh, man.
them. They're always in the back of my mind, and then
I know,
It's like a
there was so
trigger
much
word.
joy in that voice.
Yeah, we've never heard him so happy before.
I'm
Yeah,
fiddling
never,
with
never,
my
ever.
2004 Toa Matau as we speak. So
I can hear it. Just a
Nice.
little.
That's all we need to know about Tezzeret for now. Now we have Lillian's contract and ley lines. Lillian is a planeswalker as well. She became a planeswalker after she accidentally killed her whole family and her brother. She was trying to save him, didn't work out, real sad. But so she's just an evil necromancer now. And
So
when
she
the
just
men
killed her whole family by accident? Oopsie.
Well, so what happened with Lillian's thing is her brother was given like some sort of poison, and she went to find a cure, and she was about like 10 when it happened, and so she was tricked by an evil
Oh.
wizard who gave her a supposed cure, but what it actually did was like corrupt her brother's soul, making him a Lich King that then killed her entire family, and she was blamed for that.
from Adventure Time.
Damn. This is not women's
Kinda.
wrongs that we support. Because they weren't her wrongs.
They weren't her wrongs.
Mhm.
The evil wizard's name is the Crow Man.
Oh, I love it.
But so after the mending, because Lillian lost her power, she was doing anything to get it back. So she went to Bolus and was like, Mr. Dragon Man, I hear you're giving people powers. And he was like, yes, I am, but at a cost. So she was like, okay. So she made a contract with Bolus that would bind her soul to 5 other demons and like give her the power of those demons. But she would never be able to disobey those demons if they like came to be, right? Ley lines, we're not going to go into them because that's a whole other thing. But basically what they are is like giant mana rivers through the plains in the Blind's Eternity. Bolus somehow gets a hold of them and becomes uber powerful, which is where the Gatewatch come in. Because they're like, no, that's not good.
The ley lines in the title was spelled differently from the ley lines in the 3rd paragraph.
I
Oh
know,
my god, I love the
hoping-
Fantastic Four. Oh.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice, Grandpa.
I'm always noticing.
I'm always watching.
Watching.
Okay.
Waiting.
Who is the Gatewatch? The Gatewatch is an elite task force of planeswalkers who keep the multiverse safe from threats like Bolus.
And a game made by Blizzard.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's Overwatch.
Probably. I'd believe it.
I'm referencing Overwatch.
Isn't there a card game called like Gate something?
Artifact. I
I
don't know.
think so.
No, that's the Steam one. Man.
There are more people in the Gatewatch than the ones we're going to talk about, but these are the important ones. We have Jace, Gideon, Chandra, and Nisa. We also have bonus member Lillian. She joins the Gatewatch because even though she swore herself to Bolus and is also evil like him, she joins the Gatewatch because she thinks they can help her kill all of the demons and regain all her power without having to bend her will to the demons, right?
Woo!
Pretty simple.
Dirty work.
We have our main man, Chase. I wholeheartedly believe he is the main character of Magic the Gathering.
This man
He is Mr.
literally-
Magic Gathering.
Literally me.
Okay. He's a blue
He is
line
blue.
mind
Oh,
mage
I'm the main
who
character.
used to be kind of friends with Tezzeret because they were in the same kind of group when growing up. And then because Tezzeret befriended himself with Bolus, they tried to convert him to come to his side, right?
Sure.
When that didn't
Yep.
work, he knew Lillian before the Gatewatch. She seduced him. There's a lot of
Oh.
civil wars. She makes him start a civil war. He then realizes that it's a civil war that's not, like, for any reason, so then he abandons Liliana. He's the leader, because he is just the best, and then also because he doesn't want to stay in Ravnica, because technically he's bound to the plane because he's supposed to be like the keeper of the peace, but he's just not for that, so he makes up a thing so that he's allowed to leave.
See ya, losers.
He really
We out this
d-
bitch.
did the equivalent of avoid paying your taxes, I guess, but
Yeah,
not
no, he's
really.
just-
We love
He just
avoiding
really
taxes.
is not
taxes.
for that.
IRS. Anyways,
Okay, next we have Gideon. He is a white-aligned mage who joins the Gatewatch just because he thinks people deserve to be protected.
That's reasonable.
Next we have Nisa. She's a green-aligned elf who wants to stop Bolus because
Oh, she's beautiful.
her plane is like starting to get attacked by him, and she's not for that.
she looks
we're,
really cool.
we're getting all the like same
Ow!
people now.
There's
Yeah.
Liliana.
There's
Hello.
Liliana, yeah.
Well, she's also very pretty.
Yeah, she just wants to kill people and get help killing more people.
She's
Oh,
got like the
never mind.
antagonist boob
She
picture.
does.
Yeah.
Next we have Chandra, who joined the Gatewatch because her girlfriend Nisa did.
Aww.
Respect that.
That's really cute. Yeah. Basically
Okay.
happens and she run the Princess of Power as well. I won't continue.
Tezzeret and Bolus.
I'll watch it someday.
Oh, I think it's just
Please
basically
do.
the same thing. I think
It's
I've
really
spiced, but
gay.
he wants to serve. So this is when he meets the Gatewatch. They run into each other at a science fair. Dead ass. And Jace is like, "What the fuck are
Where
you
he
doing
was
here?" And he's like,
presenting
"I'm
his baking soda volcano.
basically." And they realize he's there to steal a planar portal, which is something that would allow people who don't have a planeswalker spark to travel between planes in the blind eternities without a planeswalker. We don't know why Bolus needs this, but he does. They fail, and Tezzeret gets away with the planar portal.
The two science fair genders, baking soda volcano and potato battery.
How are you doing?
No, potato clock, you asshole.
Which runs off a potato battery.
Is it a battery?
How else
Yeah,
would a
that's
clock
the whole
work?
point of the potato part is that
You've
you
clearly,
use the
I've
potato
clearly
as a
never been to a
battery.
science fair before.
You ever played Portal
Yeah, we
2,
didn't really
Ray?
do that, did we?
I've played
Not
Portal
really.
2.
I don't think we did.
I
I
love
don't even think we
potato
did like.
batteries. They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I've.
We did that magazine MLM.
At our middle school.
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Wait, fucking when? What grade was that?
That magazine
I think
thing.
I was in like grade 3.
Oh, I don't remember that. I remember making the greenhouse thingy, whatever, in like grade 9, and we had to combine all 4 grades like it was the fucking Avatar.
I remember
and make
that.
a house and present it. Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
I don't remember that. I
The Avatar of grade 9 at middle school, unnamed.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it when you were in grade 9, because I don't know when the last year they did it was.
I have no recollection, so I don't believe so. No.
Probably quit it, yeah. Probably because everyone hated it.
I thought it was kind of fun.
It was
kinda like
fun.
that.
I just had a bunch. I was with like a lot of good friends, but like a lot of them also were socially anxious and didn't like doing things. And I was like, all right. I mean, I am too, but I might. I guess we'll just
You
band
really-
together.
You
We put
really
a-
are the extrovert in the sea of introverts.
We put a nuclear bunker under our house, so
That's awesome.
when we went to for that project, for the audio listeners, and video listeners, we had to build a house. We had to
Not
make it like
relevant to
sustainable. No, we had to make it like
Much
sustainable.
UVA and everything.
We had to go to the university and like we got to
Also,
like
I mean-
talk to grad students about it. Me and my friends, we were like, look. How much would it cost to power a nuclear bunker? And he just like looks at us and it's just like I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to.
I don't know how to
I'll
tackle
tell you
this.
So, all right, let's look back here. You are now the age of that person who didn't know how to tackle that question.
Don't
what
say
would
that.
you do in
I don't
that
Talking to a
situation?
14/15-year-old kid.
If a 14 to 15-year-old child came up to you and was like, "I want a nuclear bunker," I would honestly.
I'd say
I would
that's
be
fucking
like,
sick,
hell yeah,
man.
dude.
Me too.
I would
It's-
invest all my money in that.
I'm not an engineering student, so I would never get interviewed for this.
Oh man.
You might as well.
I'm not an engineering student.
What?
That's slander.
You would, okay. What? Being an engineering student is an insult. I'm just saying you're better not to be an engineering student.
Oh, yeah, way to backtrack there, Ray. I.
What? Sorry, I didn't say it correctly. My bad.
It's all good. I'm only
Okay.
a little offended.
We've got Pharaoh Bolus. Azor, he's still waiting with the immortal sun, even though it's been 200 years. He's just assuming Ugin will eventually show up with Bolus.
Look, it's not called the Immortal Sun for nothing.
That's true. Okay, so he had a plane called Akhmhet. I'm definitely saying that one wrong, because I know that one's a real word. But he left his plane completely unprotected, and that was already a super powerful plane because it had its own gods who are powerful on their own, on top of having a planeswalker controlling that plane. So he takes control of this plane, Bolus recreates it in his image, and everyone is okay with it because his mind control is just so awesome.
Can't get enough of that mind control juice, man.
So,
like
the
a-
Gatewatch is like, let's go to the plane that the god Pharaoh lives at.
I think the
a ton
designers
of-
were just on an Egyptian theme for a while. Just like, I bet
Yeah.
this would be sick. Let's just.
Let's go.
Honestly, probably. They're advised not to do it because everyone's like, why would you go to the place he's most powerful? Because you're most powerful on your home plane. But Liliana's like, no, we should totally go. And it is, when they go there, it's really weird because it is actually like a super peaceful, well-run plains. There's no war, there's no famine because when people die, their bodies are used as servants, so they do all the cooking, cleaning, the jobs. So everyone's job is to just chill out. But, you know, as long as you ignore the magical wall keeping the zombies out, they
Huh.
learned
No wall.
that Bolus has in fact corrupted the old gods of the plane, as well as creating these zombie soldiers. He's also created a zombie of the undead that are unkillable because they're like coated in this interesting blue stuff. the Hour of Devastation,
Oh.
beautifully named, right? The people of
I hope
Ahamkhet
nothing bad
have,
Only an
happens.
hour.
How
they have
long
a
is it?
legend that when the sun rests between the horns, the god Emperor will return and bring salvation. Because Bolus made up the myth, he does return, but instead of it being the Hour of Salvation, it's the Hour of Devastation, where he just levels the plane and turns them all into members of his undead army.
Whoopsies.
Basically,
Literally.
he's like, no, that was a mistranslation. It was,
Yeah.
you guys misheard me.
So the Gatewatch is like, we're gonna beat him. They don't beat him. Jace tries to mind control the dragon who has been alive and like basically invented mind control. Bolus just like blows up his brain, as we can see in Jace's defeat. Liliana is just like pieces, gets out. Gideon like tries to sword fight the dragon, and just that doesn't go well. Chandra tries to burn the dragon, and that doesn't go well. And then Nisa, she summons wolves, and that doesn't go well. So,
They came out there to get attacked and they're not feeling it.
yeah, it didn't go well. So, where did Jace go?
That is Kid
Because
Fisto on the
when
card.
he was mind controlled, he was sent across the blind eternity.
Oh, where'd Jace go?
Bolus just like threw him into the multiverse. He got sent to Azor because he was on Occamhead. It sent him to the owner of the plane, right? Where he found the Immortal Sun. And because he's on the plane with the Immortal Sun, he can't planeswalk out of there. He also has no memories because Bolus blew up his mind. So that's when he meets Vaskra, his sexy snake pirate lady, who's like, you want to help me? And he's like, oh my god, I can't believe you asked.
I've had many dreams about
He's like,
this.
yes, step on me. What?
Literally, there's like a ton of cards where he's just like a happy pirate boy working for her.
That's adorable.
But so you find out that Vaskra is actually working for Bolus as a mercenary, where she was sent to find the artifact of the Immortal Sun, right?
Sorry.
Oh. Okay, so Jace regains his memory, and you realize Ugin wasn't dead because he decided to plant a seed of himself in Jace's mind because he's the chosen one.
Hot stuff.
Yeah, and then that he needs to regain his powers in order to like complete so on and so forth. So Jace learns of all his things. He convinces Vraska that Bolus is evil and they need to stop him. But Tezzeret, Bolus's main guy, is already there to get the Immortal Sun from Vraska, and he's going to take it away with the planar portal. So because Jace doesn't want Vraska to accidentally reveal to Bolus that they know each other, he erases all of her memories and his memories of her with a failsafe that when they meet again, they will remember each other. But until then, they have no memory of each other.
Unfortunate.
Vraska then tells him before he goes that she knows that they're going to Ravnica because she has to planeswalk there.
This is what
And so-
Twilight was missing. Dimensional travel.
Bold of you to assume there isn't.
There isn't.
Okay,
There's an alternate universe books, though.
that is
That
true.
doesn't-
The one where Bella's a fella.
Yeah, Bella's a fella.
Gay Twilight?
Wait, they actually
No,
made
they-
those?
They're all gender bent.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's just the first book, but
The reason I say they actually made those is because I saw on the internet not like a month or two ago someone being like, yeah, imagine if it was gender bent, and then everyone was like, yeah, I get this now.
It all makes sense now. I get it.
The pieces! They're clicking!
the voices.
The voices! Okay, but so Jace goes back to the Gatewatch. He's like, guys, we gotta go to Ravnica. And they're like, first we have to finish saving Liliana's soul. Gideon is like, she's actually a really good person. And like, I think she's changing. And I think things are gonna go well, you know? Like, I really feel for her.
Too.
He is wrong. So when they kill the last demon, they're just like in the picture where it happens. It's so funny because they're literally just like in an alleyway, and then there's the giant dragon there, like halfway sticking out of a portal, coming for Liliana. Because in the fine print of Liliana's contract, it's when all of the demons die, then she's under the power of Bolus until Bolus dies. So Bolus gives her the choice. She's like, either you can come work for me and be evil again, or you can die here. Liliana chooses to go work for the evil one and betray all her friends and Gideon. And Gideon is like very sad for quite some time.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
We've got the battle for Ravnica. Ravnica is a super powerful plane, and when they get there and they're like, guys, there's a terrible thing coming, we have to prepare. Ravnica does not believe them and is like, no, we have so many defenses. Our tower in the middle of the city keeps us safe, where we keep our own Elder Dragon. Bolus summons the planar portal over top of the tower, crushing it, dropping his army of mind control gods and unkillable goons, as well as just some straight up zombies that Liliana got for him, and just like eats the city inside out. It goes really bad. So
do that. Oh man. Sorry.
Because Ravnica is so powerful, they have like a failsafe that will like tell planeswalkers they're in trouble to come try and save them, right? So the thing triggers, planeswalkers come, and they're like, oh, we're all gonna defeat Bolus together with our big powers, right? Cue the immortal sun that Bolus stole, which gets rid of all of the planeswalker powers. And they also can't leave then, because the immortal sun keeps them trapped there. He then starts to suck the soul and sparks out of all of their bodies to make himself more powerful.
Dude, the Allspark?
Yeah!
When does Optimus Prime show up? He's in the cards.
He is in the cards.
Again, I was going to make that reference at some point with some of the other themed ones, but you guys stole that joke.
Hey, it's your fault for being slow, okay?
I
was
was
about to say that.
waiting
See, and I couldn't make
for-
the joke because Ray could.
I was
they're just
waiting
better.
for an
I'm sorry.
opportune time.
I'm sorry I'm so fast and speedy. Oh my god. Sorry.
Do you
Okay.
have, like, wasn't there, like, with the Lord of the Rings one, didn't they make, like, a single one ring?
Yes, they did.
So the single
And it
one
is-
ring card is the way it works in the Magic one. Is there was a single foil version of it. There's a multiple of that card because it's called like Fiery Inscription.
Alright.
But
I believe that-
Post
yeah.
Malone bought it for like $1 billion.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
What a guy.
like some guy pulled it, and it was just like this dude in Ohio, and Post Malone found him and was like, I will pay you so much money to buy this card from you, because Posty's like a big Magic guy.
That's hilarious.
You should throw it in a volcano. That's what I would have done
Next
with
vacation. Yeah.
Would I have
We
been
took
given up
gods-
$1 billion? Yeah, absolutely worth it to piss off a bunch of Magic nerds.
Yep.
Okay, so now that everything's going to shit, Gideon makes a last-ditch effort and pulls out, like, the magical weapon, which I don't remember its actual name, but it's basically the Elder Dragon killing sword that was made by the dragon hunters that killed Bolus's sister, right? They just retcon it. They're just like, Bolus actually found it long ago and enchanted it, so it couldn't kill him. So that almost kills Gideon because he just like tries to kill the God Pharaoh Emperor Bolus. Doesn't work out well. So Gideon almost dies. Lillian then sees her Lich brother leading another army and is very sad. So she changes and she's like, you know what? Actually, I love Gideon. I'm gonna help him. We're gonna win this together.
Hell yeah.
Bolas anticipated her betrayal and starts incinerating her based on her contract agreements, meaning that she'll die. And so that means the army of dead can't be controlled anymore because what she was doing was like turning the army of dead from the planeswalkers onto Bolas to try to overcome him, right? But she starts burning up, so she won't be able to help anymore. So Gideon sacrifices himself to take on the burden of her contract, killing himself so that she can defeat Bolas.
Aw. That was
Yeah.
a brief reunion of they actually love each other.
Yeah.
And then they only get a kiss and run away, and that's it. And he dies.
Afterwards, Lillian like goes into hiding and spends like the next 400 years looking at ways to try to revive people because she wants to find a way to bring Gideon back to say thank you.
Ah! Just say thank you, and then she's just like, okay, you go back into your
Well,
grave now,
yeah.
and just like pushes him back into the ground.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, no,
Okay, we still have the problem we can't kill the dragon, right? I think the way they kill him is so stupid. Basically what
Get into the
happens is
beef.
the gods realize that they're gods and they don't have to listen to Bolus, and so they start attacking him, making him super weak, and one of them has like an anti-Bolus sphere. Now the Gatewatch can like come in and do their magic things to get rid of them, and Jace, the Ugin in his mind, is like, wait, don't kill my brother. I have a better plan, because Ugin's plans only work out. Ugin's plan is for Jace to cast an illusion over Bolus, making it look like he died, so that everyone will think he's actually dead and not be worried about it anymore. But he's actually going to go to the meditation plane. And the reason they give for Ugin still being alive is that Ugin was always the egg in between Bolus's horn, so he knew what his brother was going to do. So they put him in the plane, and then that's it. That's where Bolus ends.
They literally put him in the fucking what's that shit in the Justice League, Connor?
Phantom Zone.
Like the Phantom Zone, yeah. They
Is
just
that where
threw him
Nicolas
in there.
Cage is?
Yep.
They put Nicolas Cage in the Phantom Zone?
Nicolas Cage is in the Phantom Zone. He knows.
He's also in Heritage Minute.
You know that if you
Also
watched our
Heritage
episode.
You would.
You're right. I'm a traitor.
Repent.
Past traitor over here.
Repent.
You're gonna trigger my Catholic guilt. Be careful.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. And we may carry on. We're on to our final section. The March of the Machines with my baby girl. One more time, Connor.
That design is
She
pretty
really
sick,
is.
I'm not gonna lie. It looks
That
like
is pretty baby girl. What?
My
Yeah, she's
baby
a-
girl. My favorite magic card. El Schnorn. I call her Flesh Schnorn. So,
Women on Twitter
Isn't she-
be
just look at
posting
her,
the most
look at her.
fucked up
Isn't she
Eldritch
great?
being you've ever seen and saying, "Hear me out."
The way you say baby girl
Wood.
is so, like, weirdly... Wood. Super weird. Familiar. She's cool.
okay. We now have to cut back a little bit, right? To
Oh,
post
God.
Brothers War. If we'll recall, Karn, right? He made the legacy weapon. He survived the nuke. Afterwards, he's like, I'm going to go live
Have you
a
considered
peaceful
calling him a
pacifist life.
Oh.
Okay, so he moves to Mirrodin, which is a military and red-aligned plane. It's made of metal. It's his vibe because he's a robot man. He like makes a lovely paradise. Everyone there is happy. It's equal. He gets called the father of machines because like Mirrodin's thing is like very big industry, right? So it's just chilling, and this happens for like a good long while afterwards. Everything is just chill. One day though, Mirrodin, he's got to leave, you know? He's got to go do planeswalker things. So he leaves it under the control of Memnarch.
what a cute little guy.
He's just a guy.
Oh.
That was a bad idea.
Don't goo.
Uh-oh, Karn, don't goo.
No.
He don't goo so good.
So, turns out,
I'm
because
gonna
Karn
go-
forgot he was crafted
Mr.
from
Stark, I don't
Urza,
feel
who
so
was
good.
crafted from Xanthlia's soul, which was infected with glistening oil, the goo.
That was a
he
whole
has
bunch
actually-
of words in a sentence.
He has been slowly infecting Mirrodin with Pyrexian glistening oil. And once he left, the glistening oil infected Memnarch, who was not as strong as Karn. And so Memnarch actually started taking over the plane and like turning everyone into Pyrexian little guys. So, original Phyrexia was nine spheres, right? Mirrodin was originally the inner core, the exterior core, and then the surface, right? And it was like 3 layers of cities, right? Pyrexia, when it starts getting taken over, they make it into 5 different fractions. So, and Norn creates the Praetors and the fractions. She's like the overlord. And so a Praetor is someone who rules over the faction that is their mana alignment, and the factions are each of the mana alignments. And they all serve Elish Norn because she has control of all of them because she's the lowest ranking, which means she's like at the bottom, so they'll have to like listen to her. Okay, what are the factions? First, we have the Furnace faction, and it's led by Urbrask. It's the red-aligned faction, and strangely, it has an emphasis on free will. So Urbrask oftentimes just like doesn't listen to Nord and like helps the Gatewatch out, which is really weird because that should not be. That goes against what he wants. Next, we have the Hunter's Mane and Vorinclex. Vorinclex is also one of my favorite cards. It's green aligned, and it's literally just a forest where everyone's killing each other all of the time.
Where is the dinosaur faction? I know they're in this game.
The dinosaurs live on Ixalan, and technically the Immortal Sun was on Ixalan, which is where Jace met Vraska, but I didn't have time to go into Ixalan here.
So no dinosaurs?
Not really, I'm sorry.
All right, guys, I'm
You're
sorry.
through
We're going to
your
have to
phone.
cut this episode short. Thanks for listening.
Throw your phone and stamp on the skateboard like everybody else, okay?
Okay, so next layer is the Surgical Bay, which is Jin Jaxians, whatever you say it. Its job was to just basically goo the entire planet. He's makes sure that the planet is constantly covered in glistening oil.
I hate that
Damn.
sentence.
That seems like
I hate
Next
that.
we have the Dross Pits and Sheldon. That's the Black Line faction,
Bazinga.
which is just poison, toxicity, and then it all centers around the main arena, which is the Dross Pits, or the Pyrexian arena, where Pyrexians can fight each other to kill each other to get parts from other people to become more powerful Pyrexians.
Let it be known that that doesn't really say Sheldon, but I'm going to be honest, I don't have a better pronunciation for it than Sheldon either.
Sheldred?
Shelbrin.
Sheldon's funny.
It's like
It's-
it's like a combination of Sheol and Dread. I think that's how it's supposed to be.
I think it's supposed to be
but
Sheldon, like Sheldred,
Sheldon.
but that's just Sheldon. It's just Sheldon.
Bazinga.
I already made that
God damn it.
joke.
Bazinga. I made it 3 more times than you did, idiot.
There she is
You've been
again.
out Bazinga, dude.
My beautiful, beautiful Elshnorn, the mother of machines. She lives in the Fair Basilica, which controls all the rest of the Pyrexians. Because they all came from the same type of glistening oil, it's a hive mind, so that's also part of the reason why she gets control of all of them, because she controls what controls the hive mind, so she's connected to all of the hive minds. So as long as she's alive, they're alive, and as long as they're alive, she's alive.
Yeah.
The last place is the Seed Core. It is the innermost sphere and an incubator for something sinister. Not gonna say what, because we'll get to that.
We still. Oh.
Oh, don't worry, Ethan. We're just about done.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I can go back to like getting fed mash in my senior living home here.
I'm sorry, what? You're doing what?
Grandpa shit, you know.
I
Okay.
don't.
Gatewatch members, we have Jace, Vraska, Chandra,
Gatewatch.
and Nisa are still active.
I heard Gay Watch as well. I love that. I love that.
I love that movie. Yeah.
They could be the Baywatch. And then we get a couple new members. Okay. First new member is Ren. She's a green aligned dryad who has the power to bind to trees. She's recruited by Terafi. Treefy? Whatever I say his name is. Terafi is a blue aligned mind mage who accidentally banished his entire plane into an attempt to protect from Pyrexia, and so his entire family is just lost to the blind eternities, as well as everyone else who ever lived that would know of him.
Whoopsies.
Damn. Yeah,
Literally.
oops.
Sorry.
Next two members
Yeah.
is Kaya. She's weaker and she's basically just an assassin. Then we have Kieto and the Wanderer, who are blue, black, and white aligned, and they both have telekinetic powers.
Yeah, that's just Starkiller.
That is Star Killer. I can see it too.
The Wanderer's a baddie.
A baddie, you say?
A
Uh-huh.
baddie, I say.
A baddie indeed.
Wood.
Then we have Elspeth Terrell. She's an angel whose plane was taken over by Phyrexians. Her entire family was murdered in front of her, and then she was tortured on and experimented on to try to figure out why angels can't be completed. That activated her planeswalker spark, so she's the only survivor from her plane. She's also a very important member at this time. Okay, the Praetor's first attack. Vorinclex is sent to the World Tree. We don't know why, but he does get the World Tree seed. He also kills and infects a whole bunch of people along the way.
As one does.
Investigator of Sparkles. Gix is sent to study Planeswalker
That'd be a
Sparks
sick
because...
stripper name.
Investigator Sparkles. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So he's sent to study the Planeswalker spark because Planeswalkers have been infected before, like we saw with Urza, but they've never been fully completed. They've always had some sentience. So he's
Always
discovered
had some
by
sentience.
the Wanderer and Kato, not
Sorry.
important.
Jesus Christ.
He was almost killed by them until the betrayer of the flesh appears, also known as Tezzeret. He's back. He just hates being a good guy.
He's so
And so
back.
he aligned himself with the Phyrexians in order to give him a better body than the metal body he currently has. And so he uses the planar portal to get the Phyrexians to where they're going, which explains why the Praetors are appearing where they are.
I like his arm. It looks pretty cool.
He does have a cool arm.
Betrayer of flesh, as they called me in college. Sorry, I was letting my dog in. I didn't see
Were you a
that entire
cannibal?
slide. Yeah.
Okay. So the Gatewatch don't know how to beat the Phyrexians because everything that happened with them was way before all of their time. So they used Terafy's powers to travel back in time to see what destroyed the Phyrexians the first time. So when Terafy travels back in time, that's where he sees Urza use the Silax to destroy them, which is why we saw his name earlier. He traveled too far back in time, so he comes back, tells the Gatewatch what he saw and what they need to do, and then he kind of explodes and is lost to the blind eternities.
Oopsies.
It happens.
Happens
Sheldon
to
goes on a
everyone.
field trip. The Phyrexians learn that the Gatewatch is going to try to make a new Silex, which makes Karn Silex, which is a new one because he was there originally. So Sheldon is sent to take it away from them. Sheldon succeeds and kidnaps Karn and Ajani. We don't meet Ajani because it's not important right now.
Bazinga.
Oh, sorry. Thought there was...
Okay, next we have the Gatewatch versus New Pyrexia. They go to the Silex. They don't wait for the whole party to join us. So Jace, Nisa, Vraska, Kato, Kaya, and Nira, who we didn't see because she dies immediately, plane walk to Pyrexia to destroy it. Things go wrong immediately. They all get separated because Elishnorn knew that they were coming, so she separates them to make them at their weakest. She corners Nisa and Nahira and completes Nisa basically instantly, and then Nara barely escapes and gets infected. They're now losing even more. As they go down, they make it to the Dross pits where they find the Pyrexian arenas where Vraska is almost dead. Jace is very sad because that's his baby girl. That's his snake lady. So she's like begging for him to kill her, but he can't do it because he loves her. She then finishes her completion and stabs him, making him infected. So now he's beginning his completion process. They would all die in the Dross pit if it was not for Nahira sacrificing herself so that they could all get out and move forward to get to the Seed Core.
She used to look like Kit Fisto, and now she looks like the Queen of Blades from StarCraft.
Okay. When they reach the Seed Core, they see Realmbreaker, which is the evil Pyrexian tree from the Seed of the World Tree. The World Tree works by having its branches extend through multiple planes, so it's another way you can use planar travel without needing to be a planeswalker. Because the invasion has already begun, the plane doors are open, so if they use the Silex, it'll destroy all planes, and I think it's open to like 20-some planes or something. So Kyra and Kato are saying, no, we gotta find something else to do. Jace is blinded by rage, so he decides he's going to actually activate the Silex without the other two's consent, and just blow everything up. Again, a new nuke.
Another one.
How do we keep
Before
doing
the
this?
Another one.
There's so many nukes.
Just stop
ahead.
making them.
Before the Silex can explode, Elsfrat appears, and she takes the Silex from Jace, which kills herself in the process, but doesn't let it explode, so the other planes are still intact. Once Elsfra disappears, Jace's completion finishes, so now the most powerful Mind Mage is on the side of the mind-controlling monsters. So now Kato and Kiara flee because they're both relatively weak as planeswalkers, and they're just like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Like, I got nothing else going on. So Elishnorn, she's winning. She gets to breach her beautiful beautifulness across the multiverse and just spread Phyrexis everywhere. And the oil, so much oil, Connor.
I love
listening.
oil.
Get
So
it on
slippery.
ya. Get some oil. Oil yourself up. Make it so your chest is a mirror.
Make yourself shiny.
Yeah.
Don't
yourself
ever say
ready for
those
a
words in
workout
in that
competition.
order to me ever again.
give your dome machine. You know, like that guy from Jimmy Neutron.
I love that guy.
Jimmy Neutron. I love that guy.
Give him a,
Jimmy
Carl Weezer.
give him a spin-off
Sheen.
show.
Not Carl Weezer. Sheen.
Jimmy
Give him a spin-off. It's got it going on.
Jimmy's mom.
Jace the Perfected Mind goes pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty hot. That goes
Don't
hard.
get off this. We're still talking about covering ourselves in oil.
I have not heard
Oil.
that Carl Weezer
Oil.
cover before.
Oil.
That was
Oil.
Okay, turns out Elspeth Tyrell is actually not dead, and she becomes an archangel. When she sacrifices herself, she doesn't die. She goes into a limbo state in the Blind Eternities, where Sierra, who's a godlike creature, we meet in
Sorry.
Urza's time. We don't actually see him, but she says you can either be an archangel and return to the fight, or die. She decides to become an archangel to go end Phyrexia.
I mean, it's quite a.
I respect
Clear.
the dedication. Even in death, you fight on.
Yeah.
Even in death,
Okay.
I serve.
Next we have Terafee and Zaflar. When Elspeth returns, it gives hope to the remaining Gatewatch, which Ren comes back because she thinks that she could merge with Realmbreaker and stop it, causing like the destruction of Phyrexia. So Elspeth fights Elshnorn until she injures her enough to go be able to protect Ren from the completed Nisha. When Ren is successfully merging with the Realmbreaker tree, it opens to the plane where Terafee banished his whole family, which when he exploded earlier, he didn't actually explode. He was sent back to his home plane, and he told them about the Phyrexian War. So when Ren opens the plane, he comes through with an entire army ready to beat the Phyrexians.
Yeah, these names aren't
Avengers.
confusing at all.
Okay. Now, with Terafee's armies fighting Phyrexia, they start to loot, and Elspeth turns her attention back to Nor. Though Elspeth weakens Norn a lot, Karn is the one who breaks his vow of pacifism for the second time, kills Norn, which ends all of Phyrexia because it's a hive mind. So, after Norn dies, they all die.
Unfortunate. Your baby girl's dead.
My baby girl is dead.
This is like that one movie with
Take your time. I'm leaving all that
Alison.
silence in.
You can do it, champ.
I don't have any funny way to say it. It's like Phantom Menace.
Oh.
Which one was that one?
Star Wars. Episode
Star
1.
No,
Wars.
like which episode?
The first
The first
one
prequel.
where- It's
I
the one
don't
where
Remember.
Liam Neeson gets fucking stabbed.
It's the
Spoilers,
Jar Jar
sorry.
one.
That movie's 25 years old.
Too
Correct.
old.
And it's just as good as the day it came out.
Imagine being 25.
Damn Skippy. You're right.
I'm watching it right now.
That's a good idea. Hold on.
We are on
Don't.
our last slide of lore.
Disney
Last lore
Plus.
slide.
Hold on 1 second.
Do not watch Phantom Menace.
Are you
while we're
actually
doing this
calling out
presentation.
Phantom Menace?
Ethan, no. Ethan,
Star
there are better
Wars.
things to watch.
No, there aren't.
He's
Yeah, there
right.
are.
No, there's nothing
No,
better.
he's not.
That's like the best
No, it
one.
really isn't. No,
I got it on deck.
I think
for
I'd
after
rather
this.
pierce my eyeballs with a safety pin than watch the Phantom Menace again.
I'll make you watch it again.
No, I will leave immediately.
Okay.
For
I don't care if you're at
context-
my house or I'm at yours, I'm leaving.
For context, dear listeners,
I would-
Ray had never seen a Star Wars movie, and then I made them watch every single one of them.
It was horrible.
I had a great time.
Shit, which one was the spin-off with
Rogue One.
Jin, I think it was? Rogue One. Rogue One was good.
Rogue
I
One
like
is
that
good.
one.
Is that the only one you liked?
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive. Not even episode 3.
There's no Skywalker in there. It's perfect. Except for Vader, but he's barely in there. And then Leia at the end, but that also doesn't matter.
I'm
I mean, it's
surprised
my
you
character.
remember all that. I'm happy you do.
Well, I've
but-
seen it more than once. I think I've
It's
seen it at least 3 times.
seared onto her brain pan like a fucking like any traumatic memory would be.
Bet Ray
Like
doesn't
Spy
even
Kids.
Ray doesn't even know who
Like-
Glup Shido is.
Oh, jeez, come on.
Now I
Wait,
don't
No,
how
know.
Spy-
do you not know Club Shido?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have other things occupying my mind.
Oh, that's probably for the best.
You should
I
also
can
be
see
there's only
why
room
I'm
for
a Glup
Shido and
Shido.
magic.
I'm a huge
There's only
Glup
3
Shido
movies
fan.
that can be recited
Big
on
Glup Shido
Brandon. That
fans.
Rogue One is not one of them. Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you have room for anything other than Magic the Gathering? Because this is a very
This is
expansive.
insane.
Yeah.
I-
So how's your
cut a lot
degree
out.
going?
I cut a lot out.
God.
Okay. Lastly, we have the Seed of Hope. So when Ren merged with the Realm Breaker, she died when it died. And so all that was left was a little acorn, which Terafee took back to his home planet and planted outside his house so that she can be respected and remembered.
And then they shit on a grave.
Quiz time.
Hooray!
I'm ready.
I do have a question before we
Yes.
go on. How was this lore told to us? You mentioned there was novels, but did they start at the very beginning, or did they start in the present day and then they filled it in backwards?
So the lore is told between flavor text, the novels,
Flavor Town?
Yeah,
flavor text.
Like the
So-
like on the cards.
Yeah, the flavor text on the cards. Like at the bottom of the cards, they say lots of things, right? So lore is told to us through flavor text, the books. There's a little bit of an animated series. There's comic books, as well as every time a new pack gets released, that's canon. It is added to the Magic the Gathering website, and you can like read stories there.
All right. So, like, where did they start? Did it kind of
Oh.
start?
It started. I think Thran was the beginning. Like Thran and the Elder Dragons, and then with the Yawgmoth.
Okay.
Those are some of the oldest cards, because the Authopter, which is a 0 mana card, that's one of the older ones, is a Dominaria card from the Brothers' War.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Quiz time.
I consume
along.
none of that. I'm going to fuck this up.
Follow along, dear
Fail.
listeners.
Just fail me. I'll leave. I'll watch Phantom Menace.
What
No!
stone did
You
Urza
can't-
have?
I was-
Don't cop out from this quiz, damn it, Ethan. You're doing
I was
it with
hoping this would be multiple choice.
us.
Let's
It's,
see, the
one
Power
of the-
Stone or the other one?
They had.
It was like a Mind
There's
Stone.
2.
There was a Space Stone.
It's. I don't think it's.
There
The Soul one.
No,
I remember the
subtract-
Soul
Stone.
one. That had a lot of memes
Subtract
about
all
it.
Yeah.
7 of those stones and replace them with 2 completely different ones.
Okay, Stone, good job. The answer will
Plans-
appear when you click, Connor.
Oh,
What?
Might
Stone.
Stone.
Might Stone. Might what?
There was a
Which one's
Power
gonna
Dude.
come up next? Which one are we doing next?
Who took
took
Yawgmoth to
Yawgmoth?
Pyrexia?
I don't know. Fucking bus
Z-
driver.
I think it
Optimus
was
Prime, he's in this.
Urza? Was it Urza?
Dyfred.
Paul
Was
Atreides.
it Taylor Swift's private? Oh.
What makes a planeswalker special?
Is there a
Oh,
Taylor
that went to
Swift?
the Super Bowl, yeah.
Is there
They
a
can
Taylor
go-
Swift card?
They can go between. There should be. They should go between dimensions and planes and shit.
Yeah,
It's lit. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one I knew.
The
They-
Planeswalker Spark.
Ugh,
Ah.
like
How
in
many Elder
Transformers.
Dragons born on Dominaria?
I didn't
Six.
mean to hit that.
Connor!
I'm sorry.
I knew it was 6. You ruined it for
I was
me.
gonna say 6 too! You fucked us, Connor!
I'm sorry.
You
That was an
bitch.
accident.
What the
I
hell?
Accidentally
Oh my God.
smacked my keyboard. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You should be. This is why we can't
Happens
have
every
things in this
time.
podcast. This is every time. Yeah, every time.
Look, TAing is hard. Okay.
Stop!
No, it
Stop
isn't.
doing it.
Especially
It's
when
okay.
Rebecca gives me like,
gonna be
it just like
horrible.
throws it in. It's like you have to be on your game. And I'm like, oh shit, I was not prepped for this at all.
Yeah, you have to do so much work in this podcast.
I
It's
do.
hilarious.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, sucks for you.
Next.
Ooh.
Where did Karn's Heartstone come from?
The dragon.
There's the egg.
The ground. From the formation of the Earth. The Banff formation.
Zanclea's soul.
The Canadian Shield.
Edmonton
Canadian
formation. Ah, shit.
What form of the water cycle does Yawgmoth take?
Gas. I remember that.
Evaporation.
God damn it.
Cloud.
Cloud.
Damn, it was condensation. Fuck.
This one we actually didn't really talk about, but the answer is Urbrask.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what two
Got
marked off
planeswalkers
like
have
a-
seduced Jace?
One was the horny snake lady who turned into Sarah Kerrigan.
And
Medusa.
the other one
and-
was Gideon.
Yeah.
It was the
Definitely
horny
Gideon.
snake lady and Liliana.
I forgot Liliana did.
I also forgot about her.
Honestly, I would say Gideon
never
is the best
processed
choice.
that information to begin with, so there's no way to say I could have forgotten it. It's just that I did not ever know.
It just bounced
Well-
off his head. That brain is smooth as a marble.
A glancing shot. We didn't even penetrate their armor.
Well, thank you all for listening. I hope this haunts your sleep paralysis demons.
It won't.
I.
My mental
Jace's
fortitude is too high.
mindless
Is there,
face
is,
is
there
gonna
an,
haunt me.
is there a closing slide? No, that's it.
Nope. That's it.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, Rebecca, so we didn't have to present anything this week.
Ah, thank you so
Um,
much.
But also, oh my god, you are dedicated to this. I am both terrified and impressed.
I didn't
I-
even cover all of it.
I know.
Then that means the next time you come on, you can cover the rest of it.
Yeah. I could go into more backstory. I didn't even talk about Jace's dead family and how he forgot them on his first planeswalk.
Oops.
That seems like
Okay.
it's important.
You hate to stop to tie your shoe and then your dad's left you behind.
But you never did answer me. Where do all the crossovers come from? You said we would
I don't
come
think
back
the
to them.
crossovers are canon.
What?
Which is
Yeah,
hard,
sort
dude.
of.
What's even the point?
I mean, they probably exist in some plane, but
Ugh.
It's like a multiverse thing, right? Because you said the planes are like the multiverse.
It's like a Fortnite
Yeah.
thing. It's like Optimus Prime is in Fortnite.
What
I'll
I'm
make
what
sure to
I'm
brush
thinking
up on
is-
the
Why Master
dinosaur
Chief
zone
is in
so that I can
Fortnite.
tell you about that, Connor, next time.
I'd love to
If
get
they're-
a presentation on every we should do a double episode where you talk about what dinosaurs are in it, and then I just talk about their biology for 4 hours.
Oh my god, collab.
Don't do it. It's a scam.
Yeah, it's an excuse for me to talk about dinosaurs. There is
You did it
Fortnite
to
cards.
Ethan.
I'm looking it up.
Is there actually?
Are
Okay,
there
so if
They
there's
might be
Fortnite
custom.
cards,
Buy
they're-
them all
okay.
for Rebecca.
if there are Fortnite cards and they're making them, that means they're gonna have to make other crossover cards from Fortnite as well, like Leon Resident Evil or John.
It's
Halo.
it's a second level of crossover.
Yeah, it's like
Has this
third
ever
crossover.
happened before?
Uh,
Not
I
even
feel-
actual cards,
The
but it's their Fortnite
multiverse
version
is
of the
real.
maybe in Kingdom
A,
Hearts.
a second level of crossover is deranged. Like if you get a fucking, it like they cross over with Master Chief, but specifically Master Chief from Fortnite. That's insane.
My
Or
s-
Yeah.
like
Dedication
fucking
to the
Spider-Man from
craft.
Fortnite.
the second
Oh, yes,
video
that's
I ever made on my YouTube channel is
Is
about
Hatsune
secondary
Miku-
crossovers.
Is Hatsune
Like
Miku in
linking
Fortnite?
everything together. Don't go
Yes,
watch
I think
that.
Hatsune
but
Miku is in
you've
Fortnite.
said that
I
and
have
I
one of
don't
their
immediately-
dances.
Hell yeah.
it's bad.
I
but-
immediately
That's
developed a
awesome.
false memory about watching that video.
yeah, it's
Connor.
about like
What's
Rick
up
and
with
Morty.
Hatsune Miku's collabs recently?
It's a bad
That's
video.
insane.
Anyway,
she
yeah.
is- wow.
That about
Thanks.
does it. Yeah.
For listening. Any plugs, Rebecca?
I'll plug my favorite YouTuber, CJSiev.
Aw.
Very good.
I think that's
Yeah,
about it.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything either. Ray, do you want to plug anything?
An outlet.
But I'm
With
Nice.
a
Like and
fork.
subscribe. Tell
Stop
your friends
With
about
the-
the show.
Wait, that's true. That's true.